How y'all doing? I decided I'd do a little hike this morning. Right now it feels incredibly nice. It's really cloudy, but it's not hot. It's not cold either. Just right there in the middle. It's perfect. But I'm hiking and I see something and I wanted to show it to y'all. And what this is the perfect. Okay, I'm not gonna say the perfect, but really, really good, almost ready-made shelter. Okay, you've got the underhang inside. You've got already the framework on top that you can use to lay your sticks and all that stuff over to create a good roof. This is a very nice little setup right here. I like this. Now, I guess being I've already started this video, I'm gonna continue it and finish it, of course. So, I'm gonna keep on moving, and I'll bring y'all back up next time I see something worth mentioning. How y'all doing? So I'm getting close to the first creek. Nothing really interesting so far, other than that really nice pre-made shelter. But in any case, I got my waterproof boots on because it did rain the other day. Everybody's saying, "Oh, the creek's up! Oh, the creek's up!" It's up, but it's not, flooding up. Like literally yesterday, the creek was up. I'll show you a picture of it. But the creek's been worse. I posted a video on here that showed the creek several times worse. I mean, anyway, I'm gonna put the camera up before I go through all this water right here, so that way, in case I do drop it, so that way, what I mean is, so that way, I don't accidentally drop it in the water and I lose a camera. That would make me angry. So, I'll see y'all in a little bit. So I'm through the water. I took a few pictures too. So y'all will probably get to see those at the end of this video. Yeah, so I'm just checking out everything after it rains. I love going into the woods after it's rained. The smell, the feel, the temperature, everything about it I just like. Yes, the woods have to smell after it rains. It's a very calm and relaxing smell, to say the least. So now, walking beside this creek. Not the creek, but a creek. Y'all may recognize it from my video, Solar Overnighter. Recognize that? I was walking down it. I hear geese. Now don't y'all think that right there would make a cool picture? Well, let's find out. Okay, so y'all gonna see that one at the end of this video. Alright, so once again walking down this old bed right here. I probably should have walked across it up there. I'm probably gonna have to, because it looks like it gets a little thick up there. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and go across it. This log right here. At least right here, if I fall in, I won't go in so deep it'll damage any of the electric gadgets I have on me. Huh. Alright, so a little narrow, scrawny little log. Alright. No, the official creek isn't over here. Never mind. What it is that creek right there is gonna circle around right over there, and I'm gonna follow that to the big creek. I guess kind of what I'm doing is taking y'all on a virtual hike. Because me, you know, I kind of almost never hike on trails. I don't know if y'all could hear that over my voice or not, but there's an owl going off. I'm gonna go around this way. Did you hear it that time? If it goes off again, I'll point y'all in that direction. So hopefully the microphone can pick up on it. I think y'all got it that time. I think it showed up on the thingamajigger on my camera. Alright, anyway. I really love coming down here. It's always so much to explore. Each time I come down here, goodness. Each time I come down here, it's just something new. Yeah, I was right. Look how thick it is over there. What is this? Some kind of fungus? It's a heavy fungus. Yeah, old fungus. Huh. Interesting. Alright, there's that creek again. That little mini creek. That's circling around finally. About daggone time. But one of my favorite things about coming down here after a rain is the high water. I'll always bring my waterproof boots so I can go out in it or something. But I always love that part, the high water. And it's so calm and still today. And, you know, right there it's actually pretty high. Because, oh wow. Further in I go, the higher the water gets. That's cool. If y'all have seen and pay close attention to any of my other original videos, you'll know and recognize this spot right here. So for me, that flat portion of that log right there, that's got split in half, that's pretty deep right there. pretty deep. Which way should I go? Which way should I go? I'm gonna go this way. Good balance, good balance. Good firewood bundle right here. I'll tell you what, this ain't as good as it was the time. All this right here, all the way up on top of this hill right here was underwater. It ain't that good, but it's still pretty good. Good enough to be interesting. So let's go up and around. Oh yeah. That's better. Hold on. I gotta turn the camera off for a little bit to change out the battery because the battery's getting low. Alright. Okay, so I switched over to my 6-hour battery. Damn. I really hope y'all can understand how much flooding this is compared to the usual of how it looks right here. Matter of fact, I think what I'll do is I'll go in, get a video clip it of how it usually looks. Take out the audio and all that stuff, throw it in with this, and then show you this now, obviously. So yeah. Alright. Okay, y'all. So, as I've been talking about this flooding, I finally found the perfect landmark to show y'all just how deep this is. Right here. You recognize the bridge? That, my friends, is really, 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 really deep. And there's another point reference. I'll add a picture in just right after this clip. This spot in the creek right here, there's a picture, spot where there's a picture I took. And I took a picture. I was standing probably about right there in the middle of the screen. And there was a double waterfall right here. Or a double water trickle, I guess you could call it. Now, another thing I just realized is, in my travels going in this here direction, I'm going to have to make a large detour around this flooding here because of the simple fact that I cannot get through or across this other small creek because I would be up to my chest in water. So let me point that out to you. I don't think there's any spots I can jump across. Get through all this brush here. There we go. That's up to my neck. So I need to go backwards and go back across this little log. It doesn't go over any water or anything like that, but it does But it's the only land bridge between up on that hill through there and here. I came down into here to the creek, and I thought I might be able to. Wow, that was a real jumble of words. To get across right here, somewhere in here. But no, that's not gonna happen. What I can do is cross over there on my little land bridge. So, I will see y'all in a little bit after I get over that hill right there. And, yeah, so, see y'all in a little bit. Look at that. I am standing right next to the bridge, basically. I am just inches away from the water. But really, it's not that deep right there. I mean, can you see the bottom with my hand reflection? Yeah, okay. Where it's deep at is right there in the center of the screen and out. So I'm gonna drink some. Oh, no, I'm not. It's probably not a good idea to drink from, flood water. There's no telling what this could be washing down. Yeah, because now that I think about it, there's a road that crosses over this, a railroad that's heavily used. Not just this back road, dirt road like this. And it could be on that road or over it right now. I'm not completely sure based off of how high it is right now, because, all the way up there and down here is usually two completely different animals as far as how deep it is goes, so I don't know. But anyway. Let's look at this right here. And there's the bridge. It used to have concrete over it, what it looks like. But there we go. I'm basically standing in the middle of the creek. To be honest, I don't like standing on this bridge when the creek is this high. Makes me nervous. Even though I have steel I-beams under me, along with these thick, I'm guessing pressure treated boards. But in any case, I'm gonna walk down to the river too, see how that looks. If I have enough time, I'm gonna walk up there. No, I'm not gonna walk up there. But I am gonna walk down there. So, see y'all down there. And yeah. Well, yeah. Here's the river. Now, this for dang sure is over my head. It's at least at 15 feet now. 10, 15 feet, somewhere in there. If I was to fall in there, I'd have a little bit of issues. Because I don't like being wet. I really hate being wet. But in any case, it's time for me to start heading back. Alright. Okay, y'all. So, I'm on my way back now. I'm on my way back. It's been a pretty good hike. Total time I've been gone so far is about 2 hours 40 minutes. That's really one of the longest times I've been going down here. Just on a normal hike. But the thing is, there's just so much to look at. And another thing is I'll lose track of time in no time at all. I might check my phone or watch or whatever a couple times, but then I'll forget to. I'll lose track of time. Several hours later, and 2, 3, 4, 8 hours later, I'll be like, oops, my bad. So, yeah, I left at like 11, and it's probably about 1:40, 1:50 now. So, usually I'm only down here for an hour and a half. If you let me come down here, and I don't have to check the time for any length of time, whether it be an hour or 4 hours or whatever, I will literally just stay down here for a long time. Because it's just really nice down here. I don't have a bit of problem being down here from the morning till sundown, really. I mean, it's really nice. Look how green it is, starting to come back. I love that. I miss the green. I like the cool temperatures where I didn't have to sweat so much. But I miss the greenery. So that was a pretty nice amount of water out there. Still quite a bit of water standing, like right there, and these little wet spots, micro puddles. All kinds of stuff just down here. It can take me up to an hour or more to get down here, depending on how sidetracked I get with different things I see and find and whatever. Because every time I come down here, I see something new. What I want to do is make a trail down through here for my bike to come through. I mean, an area like this, I mean, at the very moment, would be great. The problem is further up, it's so goddamn thick. I would need to take out quite a bit of it to get into this area. And I would still need to take out some stuff in through here. Moving some fallen logs and so forth. I would actually probably have to take my bike, bring it down here with me, and cut my path continuously. So that way I can basically size it to me and the bike. That's going to be a long day. I could probably get it done in a day though. This is a landmark for me right here. That tree right there. The fallen over one. Because during the spring and summer, it pretty much always looks like that. Water, 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 water everywhere. All through it. I always have to go around it. And of course during the spring and summer, the grass is up to my knees and waist most of the time. I keep forgetting I have waterproof boots on, which allows me to do this. I'm not limited to certain areas like I am with my normal boots. The problem with these boots is they don't fit me perfectly, but they fit me just well enough I can wear them on medium to short hikes. Medium to short hikes is 2 to 4 miles. Well, actually, a short hike would be anywhere between I think I'm gonna go with 5 feet to a mile and a half. That's a short hike for me. So, yeah. I'm getting kind of close to home now, so I guess it's about time for me to go ahead and wrap it up. That was a briar. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Just kind of a lean back, let me ramble in the woods kind of thing. See y'all in the next video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, see y'all next one.